Well, here we go again with another non-controversy. That's right, the anti-gamer propagandists who pretend to be games journalists are creating another fake controversy, this time surrounding the new website DEI Detected. That's right, there's a new website from everyone's favorite Steam group curator, Cabrutus, the creator of Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam group. The new website, DEI Detected, seeks to do just that, tell you which games now are influenced by DEI. I, for one, love the idea of a website where I can go and quickly figure out which games have been corrupted by anti-white DEI. Sounds good to me, but to some people, they don't want you to know. You see, they want you as a consumer to remain ignorant of what's really going on behind the scenes. And this controversy focuses on a specific new game just released called Zao Tales of Kenzera. I'm Fox with RealMarcFoxx, and this is your stronghold for rational, reasonable, real gamers. Let's roll the intro.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
Before we get too deep, let's take a drink from the woven goblet of enemy blood. Here's a sip. Oh, thick with the irony of our enemies. Did you get the pun? Irony as in iron blood? So the most recent game to draw the attention of DEI Detected is Zao Tales of Kenzera, and why? Well, it's for the involvement of our old friends at Sweet Baby Stink. There are many people on X claiming that any criticism of Zao is actually racism. Now, I can say that word because I'm white, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Unfortunately for them, every game deserves to get the same level and amount of criticism as any and all other games, regardless of the race of the protagonist. That shouldn't matter. It should only be relevant insofar as it is relevant, and no, having a non-white character as the protagonist does not make your game immune to criticism, nor does it mean that any criticism of your game is because of said race of the main protagonist. So why is it that I can use the term racist in this context, but some other people can't? Well, it's because I am white, and you see, the word racist is essentially an anti-white slur. Most uses of the word racist are directed at white people, and they are not based on anything the white person has actually done or said to indicate what they are. It is a generic insult. It's a generic negative term for white people, therefore making it a racial slur. That also means that non-white people should never, under any circumstance, use the word racist when referring to a white person, because that would be a slur, a racial slur. And using this R word against a white person is literally worse than referring to a black person by the N word. And why is that? Because no black person has ever been fired from a job, kicked out of a university, or blacklisted from an industry because he was accused of being the N word. And yet, the same is not true for white people. You see, many white people have literally lost their jobs, lost their careers, been blacklisted from industries, been kicked out of universities merely for being accused of being the R word. You see, the mere accusation that a white person is racist can get that white person fired, blacklisted, make them unemployable, kicked out of a university or school, even get them on the news in such a way where it draws enough negative publicity that violence comes to them. Many white people accused of being the R word have been assaulted, literally beaten either to death or beaten so severely that they never fully recover. Yes, the R word, when used against a white person, is one of the worst things you can say about anyone, anywhere, because it creates and draws the most negative reaction, including real-life consequences, even when they are not deserved in any way, shape, or form. So is Zao Tales of Kenzera affected by DEI? Well, we have to assume it is. Sweet Baby Inc. did their corruption with the game. They call it consultation, but I call it corruption. I refer to groups like Sweet Baby Inc. as game corruption companies. They prefer to refer to themselves as game games consultation companies. I don't know anything about Zao Tales of Kenzera other than what I saw when I was watching the Game Awards last year with my girl. What did I see on last year's Game Awards? Well, I saw a couple games that didn't really seem to merit the attention that they were getting, and I noticed that they either had a female or non-white protagonist, and so I immediately jumped to the conclusion that these games were being included not because of how good they were or how good they looked, but because they checked off some diversity boxes, which to me, the D of diversity is for death and destruction. Death and destruction to white people, straight people, and males. Because DEI is ultimately anti-white, anti-male, and anti-straight. Will I be giving Zao Tales of Kenzera a chance? I won't be. If Sweet Baby Inc. is involved, I want nothing to do with it, and I'm certainly not going to throw my money at it. So I will drink to not buying and not playing Zao Tales of Kenzera. Ah, tasty. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below. I do read them all. Consider joining the channel like Super Real Gamers, Drunken Dwarf, Volfus Persona, and GOTCXX, and Real Gamer for Cornelius Nolan. Click that join button. It's just $1.99. And if you somehow didn't know by now, I actually wrote a sci-fi novel called New Tokyo. It's by me, yours truly, MarcFoxx. It's available on Amazon. There's a free sample on there, and you can grab it in
paperback, Kindle, and Kindle Unlimited.
Again, thank you so much for joining me. And as always, for Fox's sake, stay real, keep playing, and never forget, yesterday's tomorrow is today's today.